Hall of Famer DeMarcus Ware is here now.
Yes, sir.
Hall of Famer, and I just got to tell you, I know you're going to talk about bowling here in a second.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I grew up in Akron, Ohio, which used to be like the headquarters of bowling. Like, it used to be the bowling headquarters.
Okay.
I think the bowling Hall, if I'm not mistaken, somebody can fact check me on this, I think the Bowling Hall of Fame may be there.
In Akron.
In Akron.
So that means...
So LeBron James, Hall of Fame basketball player, the best bowler might be from Akron. I don't know who it is.
Is it you?
It ain't me.
Okay.
But no, listen, I've written about bowling. I've talked about bowling. I've bowled a little bit, but
with Edie.
I'm not great. How about you?
I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah, I'm consistently 190, 200.
Oh, wait a minute.
That's
not good.
That's
better than good.
But no, what's up, big guy?
I mean, you can't go on the tour or anything like that.
No, I can't. But I will not get beat by an innocent bystander that's going to come into this event and think they're going to beat me just because they got a bowling ball.
All right, so tell us what the event is.
Yeah.
We got to talk about the event. What event is if you got a GoBowling shirt on? So what is GoBowling and what's happening?
Yeah, so what we ended up doing, we're trying to do the most impactful thing in the community here in Vegas. You got GoBowling and Pepsi really just teaming up together to benefit the NFL Foundation. And so when you always think about family, when you think about community, you think about going to the bowling alley. So we're bringing it here. And there will be, it'll be at South Point, and it's sort of in a coliseum to where there's 60 lanes. We're going to use half of it. We're going to come in. The proceeds are going to benefit the NFL Foundation to help, in the community. And right now, we're just encouraging people, if you can't make it here to Vegas, go to GoBowling.com, and you get a free bowling ticket to go to whatever bowling alley you want to go to and go bowling to benefit this whole deal. So anything we can do right now to just benefit the community.
Now, on the teams that you played on, did you ever bowl with your teammates, and were you the best one?
I was not.
Who was the best bowler?
C.J. Anderson.
C.J. Anderson.
In Denver, we would wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. They would open the bowling alley for us in Denver, in DTC, and we would bowl 4 or 5 guys in the morning. CJ, he's like a scratch golf. I'm not a scratch bowler. I mean, he's amazing. But we would have fun at the bowling alley in the morning before 8 o'clock meeting, which was really cool. So that's why this is like near and dear to me too, because I love to bowl, not only, at my leisure, but now being able to do something that I enjoy and impact the community.
And you're here, Denver. That's where you won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Great team, tremendous defense with that Denver team. What is it about the Super Bowl that maybe, if you've never been here before as a player, it's something they need to know but they don't know yet? Is it the length of the game? Is it the halftime? Is it this Radio Row and all the scrutiny?
I think the atmosphere. You said it when I first sat down. You said this atmosphere is electric.
Yeah.
There is no game that you're going to be able to play in your whole career that you can be part of that bottled up energy impacts everybody for a lifetime. So when the team wins, everybody wins. The faculty wins. The coaches win. The whole state wins. So it's one of those things. It's not about you anymore.
Yeah.
And if you win in this game, you're winning this game for a community that's been backing you forever, and which is the fans. And this right here is sort of part of this. What you get to feel. This is like your Super Bowl. And for the players, when you play in that Super Bowl game, we have that same feeling when we're out there too.
And it's something that can never really be taken away from you.
No.
Like, for example, let's say if you hadn't won the Super Bowl and you had a tremendous career, you look at the numbers, somebody can be like, but he never won the Super Bowl. Now you got the numbers, you won the Super Bowl. It's almost like, what are you going to say? This is something, you can't take this away from me.
To that point, you can have every single record, but when you sort of put that stamp of the Super Bowl on your resume, it's like that's the total team player, especially when you're a captain of the team like I was, me and Peyton. That sort of signifies you were the best, not just team that year, but you was the best leader.
Yeah.
And when you can add that intangible onto the numbers, that's when you become HOF, like we talked about earlier when you introduced me, which feels so good.
And I'm so glad to hear you say that about leadership, because just from the outside looking in, when I see a guy was a captain,
Yep.
that says something.
Yep.
I mean, that says that maybe you did things that you don't even realize, but your peers recognize and say, okay, we're going to follow him. What does it mean? Like, what did it mean to you whenever you're named the captain? What did it mean to you?
Every year I got named the captain, which was 11 years. It let me know that C just didn't mean a C for captain. It meant leader. So whatever you do, we're going to do, and we're going to follow you. So with me, my main thing was following God, and everybody else followed God too as well. And when you can bring an intangible to the team, to me, I say Jesus Christ to the team, you're unstoppable because you believe in something that's in here. And it's not about, how good the players are. You believe in something that no matter what, you can call on it. So every year when I got called to be that captain, to me, that captain on my chest meant Christ.
Oh,
so
that's powerful.
It's like, I just get a little choked up about
it
sometimes.
And that's all right. I'm glad.
But that's what it meant to me, and it lets me know that that's where he put me at to lead those young boys.
And what that also says is, this is not something I decide. This is not the latest trend.
No.
This is not something I just read, last week or 2 months ago. This is something. This is going to be here whether I play football or not. This is like a part of my life.
What got me here? What got me there? I accepted Christ when in my 10th grade, my 10th year, my sophomore year in college, and it led me to the combine and the Senior Bowls and got me drafted for the Dallas Cowboys because I asked for it. Because he knew that at the end of the day, if you can be a beacon for me, I'm going to put you in some rooms where you feel like you are not worthy of, but you're worthy to me. So it's been the coolest thing for me, and now I'm here. I'm here on this stage with you. And it's a blessing. It is a huge blessing to be here talking to you.
And you think about it, DeMarcus, even and I'm sure somebody needs to hear it. You're drafted by the Dallas Cowboys, and you're thinking, wait a minute, I have to leave the Cowboys? Like, what is this about? And you think, oh, wow, this might be a negative, and you go to Denver.
Yep.
And Denver is where you win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So it's almost like sometimes it's not even what you're thinking. Sometimes you're just taking the areas and you don't understand it at the time, but it makes sense.
You taking the opportunity. Sometimes you feel like the doors close on you, but when I left the Dallas Cowboys, I said I have another opportunity to still play and put the pads on. I got nominated as captain my first year, and we almost made the playoffs the first year. Second year, you win the Super Bowl. That just lets me know that, hey, I'm in the right place. No matter if you felt like the doors were closing on you, I opened up another door for you so you can just walk through that thing a little bit and put that stamp, not the C, but that stamp of champion on your chest and say, you got this.
That's amazing. Yeah. So who's going to do the last thing I have for you? Because this is great.
Right.
This is great. Who's going to be that person on Sunday at Allegiant Stadium? Who's going to walk out? Give me the prediction. Who walks out saying, I'm a champion?
I'm with San Fran.
Ooh.
The reason why I'm with San Fran, they're a defensive-minded team, right? They're predicated their whole game on making the big plays. Purdy's going to control the clock. And then when I always look at it, I feel like they're the home team for some reason.
For some reason. You see these fans, I can feel it too. How many 49ers? You see a lot of 49ers. Hear the 49ers fans.
So I'm with them, and I think it's their time. It's their time. Kansas City, they're a phenomenal team. But San Francisco 49ers, the way they've been running their football, if they can play like that, they're going to control the clock and win the game at the end.
DeMarcus Ware, he's a Hall of Famer. He's a bowler, only 200, not 190 to 200. Can you go to another level as a bowler? Can you get to another level?
If I start bowling more. Yeah.
I appreciate you, man. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget, you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.